Good morning, good morning, good morning. How you folks doing? Happy Monday to you. I am up here. I've been up for a while. I've been feeding my mind. My name is Brian K. McNeill, and this is Let's Talk About It. I co-host this show with Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill. Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill is doing daughter-in-law duty this morning. She's taking my mom to the doctors. Go see the doctor. And since we both couldn't do it, she did it. Okay. So I'm going to be here with you today, and we're going to have a good time today. I want to hear about how was your weekend. I'll tell you about mine, but we do have a show topic. Our topic for the show today is, isn't it about that time for you to do that thing? Isn't it about time that you stop talking about that thing and actually do that thing? Isn't it about that time for you to do those things? That's going to be our show topic as a leap-off point. I will tell you, I'm ready for you today. I got all kinds of stuff to talk about today. So I'm looking forward to you joining me. Right. Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am LisaSantiagoMcNeilll.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I've been out and about early, man. Good morning, Brother Uzama. I want to see who I got in the building. If I say something like, thinking of a master plan, do y'all know what comes next? If I say thinking of a master plan, if I say it like that, do you know what comes next? I just want to see who I got, any grown-ups in the room or not. Thinking of a master plan. Who knows what comes next? Who's the first person going to tell me what's the next line in that lyric? Ho! So how was your weekend? We had a good weekend this weekend. We were busy. We went to something I had never done before. We went to a leadership retreat on Saturday, Lisa and I. It was a leadership retreat. It was a church leadership retreat for leaders within churches. And it was pretty good. You know, I had never done a leadership retreat for churches before, but that was on Saturday. And praise God for this, but I had an opportunity at this leadership retreat to actually give a talk. I gave not a talk. I led a team building exercise is what I did at the leadership retreat. So that was pretty interesting for me to do that. And of course, we had a beautiful Sunday morning in our worship experience at our church, Exhort Community Church. We love our church. So we had a beautiful time there on Sunday. And I got a chance to watch great football yesterday. And tonight I am doing my workshop, my virtual workshop for my people. And it's going to be networking and holiday sales training. I'm looking forward to that as well. So that's for me. Okay. How was your weekend? Did you do anything interesting? Did you do anything cool? Did you do anything fun? Lisa's at the doctor's this morning, taking my mother to the doctor's. So I get to sit in the big chair. All by myself. How about that? Uzama, good morning to you, sir. I want to make sure everyone gets into this room. And if not, I'm just going to keep talking about what I got to talk about. This morning, Uzama, man, I got, when you first wake up in the morning, you got to make some decisions about what you're going to take in first. Are you going to take in Facebook first to see what's going on? That's a very, very common decision. Let's see what everybody's up to on Facebook first. Okay, we can do that. We could read a little bit of word first. We could flip on the news right away or go right to CNN.com. We could look and see what craziness is going on in the world. That's what we could do. And often we do those things. We just do as a people. This morning, I decided to take in some Jim Rohn first thing this morning. And when I go to my YouTube, it's like my YouTube, man, I swear my YouTube knows what I'm looking for. Like at night, it knows I want to watch some nature stuff and I want to listen to thunderstorm sounds or nature trail sounds as I sleep. So when I go to YouTube, that's everything that's in the beginning. But in the beginning of the day, it knows that I'm going to want some New York Giants news and some motivation stuff. So that's when I click on YouTube, Uzama, that's everything that's up there is that. And one of the things that was up there this morning was act as if everything is going to be all right. Act as if it's all going to be all right. And this is by Jim Rohn, and it was like 16 minutes long. So I started listening to that, and in the first 5 or 6 minutes, it was the exact message that I needed. I needed to hear these words, you know. And it's not act as if everything's going to be all right. It's not passive, and it's not that everything's going to be all right. I'm just going to wait on the Lord. I'm going to wait on this and that because everything's going to be all right. This is a very proactive approach. If you act as if everything is going to be all right, it causes you to make better decisions. It causes you to try things more. It causes you to take steps because you know it's going to be all right. So I love that concept this morning. It was right on time for me. It was great. Yesterday, I heard one of the greatest sermons I have ever heard in my life, man. Woo, woo, woo. I did. You know, I grew up in the church. My Uncle Jerry was the pastor of my church. My Uncle Jerry was the pastor of the Mercy Seat Baptist Church in Brooklyn, New York. That's what it was called, the Mercy Seat. When we was kids, we didn't know what Mercy Seat was. We called it the Mercy Seat. But in the Mercy Seat Baptist Church, that was our church growing up. And my Uncle Jerry was the pastor for my whole first 15 years of my life. That was the pastor of my church, my Uncle Jerry. And when I went off into the Army, I still went to church, you know, and all that stuff. But when I got out of the Army, of course, I would go through some seasons where I wasn't involved in the church body, but I would always end up back at one because that's the kind of guy I am. And so when I was thinking about it, I probably have heard thousands of sermons in my life. And yesterday was one of the greatest I ever heard, delivered by Lady Ann, First Lady Ann. Her name is Priscilla Wallace on here on Facebook. She delivered a word that was amazing. And it's a story that you've heard before. You've heard the story about how Joshua commanded the priests to carry the ark around the city of Jericho once a day, not saying anything, blowing the trumpets, walk around that city 7 days in a row, once a day for 7 days in a row. And on the 7th day, do it 7 times and then shout. And the walls of Jericho will come tumbling down and you can go in and take possession of the city. Right? You've heard that story before. But not like Lady Ann delivered it. You ain't heard it like that one before. Oh, so I hope she can come on here today, Miss Priscilla, Lady Ann. I hope she can come on today so I can give her flowers directly. Uzama, I'm happy to see that you're in the room. Is there anyone else in the room that's going to talk to you, brother Jay Ronald? Good morning to you as well. I'm happy that you're in the room as well. Jay Ronald, man, I'm happy to reconnect with you. One of the things about Facebook, man, Facebook be tripping on you because everyone gets cloned. It seems like everyone gets cloned and people scam your page and then Facebook blocks you and drops you and all of this kind of stuff. And a lot of people, not just me, are in a constant state of having to rebuild their Facebook. And that's what happened when I had to rebuild. And each time you rebuild, and I've had to do it 3 times, you lose a lot. You lose some contacts and all that stuff. And I'm okay with it because Facebook is free. I'm okay. Facebook is free. I don't run Facebook. I don't make none of their rules. They can change their rules. That's why I bought my own space. It's on the Sales Confidence Camp. That's my own space, salesconfidencecamp.com. That's where I can do my own thing. That's my space that I paid for, and I can do anything I want on it. But that's right. Uzama, I started off today about seeing a lion thinking of a master plan. And he came back with, there's nothing but sweat inside my hand. So I dig into my pockets, all my money is spent, so I dig deeper. But still I'm coming up with lint. So why start my mission, leave my residence, thinking how I'm going to get some dead presidents. That's poetry. That's Eric B. and Rakim. That's right. Uzama, now let me ask you, Uzama, did you have to look it up or did you have it up here already? Did you have it in your head or did you have to look it up? Miss Phyllis, good morning to you. How you doing, Miss Phyllis? Miss Phyllis would have got that. How was your weekend, lady? Was it good? Was it bad? Thumbs up, thumbs down. I have to say mine is thumbs up. I need to introduce a word back to you guys that we have introduced before, and I think it's going to be helpful to all of us. But it's the word is anastrophic, man. I got to be more anastrophic. I got to be more anastrophic. Today's topic is, isn't it time to do that thing? But along the way, I want you guys to realize and start thinking like Jim Rome told me to think this morning, that it's going to be okay. All of those things that you have tried in the past that didn't work out have taught you something. You have learned, you become something along the way. All the stuff you're doing, you're becoming something greater than you were when you tried the last time. That means this time here, you're going to be going into this next thing armed with all you have learned along the way. And you're going to do this next thing better than you've ever done anything else. Go ahead and do that thing. Let go of the shackles. Try that thing that's been in your head to give it a shot. Uzama said, "No, I had that one." I believe you, bro. I had that one. I believe you. I ain't have to tell him that. That's the soundtrack when I was a young man, Rakim and LL of all people. Yes, I was there, man. 16, 17, 18, going into the military. That was my world, that music, I'm the best, taking out all rookies. So forget Oreos and eat what? If he says, I'm the best, taking out all rookies, so forget Oreos, eat, what comes next? Do you know that one? Uzama Ross said, I saw the lady preaching on you or Lisa's page, and I got to go back and listen. Lisa gave you a snippet of it on her page that she shot with her cell phone. But that whole message, Brother Uzama, was transformative. It was amazing. Is this who I think it is stepping in the room? Kaboom! Guess who stepped in the room? Dr. Beverly, uniquely taking over Thomas. She says, grand rising to my favorite, awesome, beautiful family. Yes, it is time to just get it. Go make a move. I was told, and I will share with you, this is the season for you to stop asking God for things you can do and ask him for something. He's going to have to get something. He's going to have to get up off of his throne to do. I bet she's using talk to text. Oh my gosh, Dr. Beverly, I love when you come in the room, because you come in the room correct every single time. Give it a shot. You're better now than you were before. Let go of the things that didn't work. You are smarter than you were before. You are more experienced than you were before. Give it another shot. Go do that thing. If not now, when? Isn't it about that time? When I was listening to Dr. Jim Rome this morning talking about act as if it's going to work out. Go into things knowing and acting as if you know it's going to work out, cause you to make better decisions, cause you to go into things more optimistically. And he kept talking some more and more, Dr. Beverly, and he made me encouraged about how I roll, okay? I live by my wits. I live by projects and clients and things that I do. That's what I do to make money. And great is the guy who can do that, who's willing to do that, the courage to do that. So it made me celebrate me, because that's how I roll. Tonight's a classic example. I'm doing a thing tonight for my people exclusively, people that have a touch with me already. And it's a holiday webinar. It's free to them. It's not for the public. It's just for my peeps, people that I know know me. That's it. That's the only ones that's going to be in the room tonight. It's going to be us, and it's going to be networking, and it's going to be a brief training, and it's going to be a blast. And I'm looking forward to it tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm looking forward to that. So the word I was saying I'm going to reintroduce to you guys, you probably heard me say it before, but I think it matters. If you're going to be one to just finally go and do that thing, if you want to be one of those people who gives it another try, you need this word in your head. The word is anastrophic. Anastrophic, which is the opposite of catastrophic. Catastrophic means, doom and ending and bad and all that stuff and horrible. And the opposite of that, see, catastrophic people believe the whole world is bad and the whole world is conspiring to do you some harm. I got a tickle in my nose. I got to get that thing out. And anastrophic is the people who believe the world is good and everything in the world is conspiring to do you some good. That traffic light that made you late was conspiring to do you some good. I got to get this thing out of me. You ever get one of those, like, you feel a sneeze coming on or something, and it's just tickling in your nose and it just won't come out? Excuse me. Woo! I got it all up in here. I feel better now. Got that up off of me. So I will tell you, the pretty LisaSantiagoMcNeilll, Dr. LisaSantiagoMcNeilll, is not here. Hey, since she's here, maybe I can ask you guys, maybe you can help me. I was looking for a personalized, insulated coffee mug with a lid on it, and I wanted to say world's greatest wife. And then I wanted to say Dr. LisaSantiagoMcNeilll. And I found a few of them, but they all said you got to limit it to 20 letters. And I'm like, 4 characters too long. And I was trying to figure out how can I take out, what characters can I take out? But I don't want to take out any of it. I wanted to say all of that. Maybe we need to get Shirley DeJarnette Wyatt in here to help me to find one of those or to get it made in time. Today is already the 9th of December. So I need to get it. Maybe one of you guys have an idea about where I can get it, because I want to give my pretty wife something personal, something with a personal touch, not something impersonal. She's not really into jewelry like that. She prefers a trip or an experience over presents, since me too. She'd rather we go do something or get tickets to something as a present. That's what she'd rather have. I'm probably going to take her. Annie is in New York now with Whoopi Goldberg in the play. And I've not taken her to a play before, but I knew she grew up going to plays. So maybe we'll make some plans to go to New York around her birthday time. That's what I'm thinking right now, because my wife is amazing. And if she's not here this morning, and I miss her being here with me already too. No Lisa, no Dr. Lisa. How can I make it through? Anyway, I'm going to make it through. I'm going to get it done. I'm going to cover the airwaves without Dr. Lisa. I don't have a lot of my people here today, which makes it easier. The more of you guys are here, the better, because I get to read your comments. That's what I want to read, your comments. Since no one came out with the other line to this lyric, if I say, I'm the best, taking out all rookies, so forget Oreos, eat. What's the next line? Y'all don't know. I'm going to tell you, man. I'm the best, taking out all rookies, so forget Oreos, eat Cool J cookies. Y'all know what Cool J cookies are? Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all got to rock with me, man. I'm old school. You see this white on my face? This ain't cotton. This is wisdom. I've been around. I've seen a few things. I've learned some stuff. I've been some places. I've met some people. And I've learned some stuff. Well, I think I don't know if I tried it. Uzama says, make Dr. Lisa and World's Greatest Wife all together. I'm not sure I even thought to try it that way. I'll go look again, Uzama. Maybe I just need make it one word. No, the World's Greatest Wife is already printed, but the name. So if I put Dr. Lisa Santiago McNeill as one word together, maybe that'll fit. I'm going to give it a shot. See, something as simple as that can help me out. Katura Green, what's up, my sister? I'm so happy to see you here this morning. Today's topic, isn't it time you finally start doing that thing? Katura Green, you and your husband are wonderful examples. And I'm going to say this too. When I say do that thing, it's a testament to your positivity when you're willing to try something. When you're willing to try something, especially the stuff you've tried and it didn't work out. You've learned some things from that. Couture and her husband have taken trips together. They've done cool things together. They even started a dance education company. I am so proud of them for doing that. It was something that they loved to do. They were skilled at, and they knew how to teach it. So they started teaching others, and then they started teaching others in 2 separate cities. Every single person that took any single one lesson, anyone in any of those cities that took one lesson, that stepped in the door of any one of their studios, they were all there only for one reason, is that Couture and Tarnas had an idea. Couture and Tarnas had an idea that they acted on. That's how anyone ever showed up there. That's amazing. Isn't it about time for you to do that thing? When Lisa and I do showcases and we get a packed room, I know every single person is there because we had an idea and did something. Okay? Ernest James Usher, good morning to you, my brother. How are you doing? Isn't it about time you did? Ernest James Usher has a beautiful program helping military and people working around military to have therapy through playing with Legos. Any single person, any single one person that even walks in the room when this is going on happened because he had an idea that he acted upon. Act upon those ideas. He says, what's good? Good morning. Dr. Billy Thomas says, they are the best. I think she's talking about Couture and Tarnas. Yes, they are the best. Yes, they are. Couture says, Brian, where is Dr. LisaSantiagoMcNeilll? Sister Couture, I'm glad you asked. Dr. LisaSantiagoMcNeilll is doing a loving daughter-in-law thing today. She's taking my mother to the doctors. She took my mother to the doctors today, and their appointment was at 9. So they had to get there. So we didn't want to miss this appointment. So I had to do today's show without the pretty. Y'all get me. Y'all don't get the pretty today. Y'all get me today. You know, we got to do this. I prefer Couture. You probably could guess this. I'd rather Lisa be here on my left, but she's not. So, Ernest James Usher said, Brian, you are amazing and awesome, sir. Bless you, my brother. Brother, thank you for saying so, Ernest. You know, that right there is a beautiful thing, too. I'm going to tell you, we need to keep encouraging each other. I got some encouragement yesterday. There's a thing about me that some people do not like. Some people do not like. And I know when people don't like it, people have told me they don't like it all the time. But I come across as confident and I come across as direct. And I'm pretty much, I always am conscientious, but I'll say some stuff. I like take charge of situations. I do the stuff I see that needs to be done. If I'm in an environment and something needs to be happening right now and it's not happening, I'm not going to let it not happen for long. So I'm going to take charge and I'm going to move something forward, or I'm going to step in where something needs to be stepped in, or I'm going to tell people, no, we're not doing that. And there was a person, I'm not going to say her name yet unless she pops on here. She said to me, you know, like in all kinds of meetings that she's seen me in, she says, when I say something, that's it. You know, some people may not like it, but like, for example, I was in some kind of a meeting somewhere and someone suggested something and I said, nope, we're not going to do that. And she said that was the end of it. It was shut down. Nobody else is going to bring it up ever again because you said, no, we're not going to. And she loved that about me. She was complimenting me about that. She thought it was great. And she thought she needed more of it and she wanted more of it. And I was like, really? Wow. Because I don't even realize it. I said, really? Wow. And she goes, yes, we need more of that here. We love that about you, Brian, that you take charge and you bring the energy. And when you got your head down and you're working, you're doing stuff, you don't realize, okay, I'm bringing energy right now, or my intention is to bring energy to the situation right now. It's just being a part of who you are. And she was applauding me one-on-one for me being very much who I am, giving it the best I can. I think that's the thing about me. I try to do everything I can the best I can. Everything I'm putting my hand to, I'm going to try to do it as good as I can do it. whatever it is. I'm going to try to do it as good as I can do it. And not always it works out perfect, but I know I'm going to give it my best go at it. Brother Ernest says, Brian, I am the same way. We got to do what it takes to make sure things are taken care of. We move how it needs to be done to get to the goal and create success. I'm the same way. And he recognizes that about himself. I can't stand the volleyball and back and forth. Oh, what are we going to do now? 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 Ugh. If I see that volleyball, if I see that go across the net a couple of times, okay, we're going to do this. That's just that. When I was in the military, 18 years old, I had a beautiful girlfriend who ended up being my first wife. And every weekend we was partying. I mean, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday night was the movies. Friday night was dinner in the club. Saturday night was clubbing. Sunday night was roller skating. Every week. We did this every week. And it was me and my girl, and my boy Jay and his girl, and my boy Norfleet. Typically, Norfleet was single, although Norfleet was the best looking one out of all of us. But Norfleet rarely had a regular. Okay? But every weekend we was rolling, and there'd be other people rolling with us too. You know, like Marky would come with us sometimes too. But every weekend, and grateful I had this girlfriend, we did whatever I decided that we were going to do as a group. Like if the fair was in town, and I was like, okay, where y'all want to go? Where y'all want to go see? And people would throw up some stuff. And my girlfriend at the time, she had my back. She would go, well, whatever Brian say, that's what we're going to do. I said, no, we're not going to the club tonight. We're going to the fair tonight. And some people, if anybody dared to try to dissent, okay, we're going to the fair because that's what the group is doing. We're going to the fair. She goes, nope, whatever Brian say, that's what we're going to go do, y'all. Let's go. Couture says, I'm definitely a problem solver. I feel as if I excel in that area. And Couture, there's a reason why you feel you excel in that area. Life has taught you over and over and over and over again that in a problem area, you excel. You have excelled before. It has accomplished the thing before. It has come out better because you came this way before. These are things, and your brain don't forget no things. Your brain remembers every example, and your brain remembers every experience. Matter of fact, your brain not only remembers every example and every experience, your brain remembers everything it even saw or heard. All of it is still there. And your life's experiences taught you that you excel in the area of problem solving. And I completely believe it. Ernest James Usher says, LOL, right, sir. He also says, but people trust our word to know our command of the meeting, of the conversation is filled with integrity. That's why they'll listen. So it's not for us an ego thing, but people feel safe with our decisions. That is something that is not given, but earned. Absolutely. And that I should respect it more because there's only one reason why they would dare listen. It's because they've learned over time that the words I say are backed by integrity and intended for good, and they will be good. I won't say anything that's going to be harmful to the situation. I'm not going to make any situation worse off. I'm going to make it better, but I do it for the sake of expediency. I do it for the sake, and I'm willing to do more work than anybody else to make sure that it's expedient. I was a part of a leadership team that we were writing a sales training standard operating procedures that was supposed to take 5 days long to do. And we was to break down the training. It was 4 of us involved. And we were supposed to break down the training. What do they need to learn first, second, third? We had to break down the training into an hours, like from 9 to 9:50, 10-minute break, 10 to 10:50. What are we going to talk about in this block, this block, this block? And us 4 was designed to commission. We were paid to come up with a 5-day standard onboarding salesperson training for this company. And the first day, man, we deliberated about what's going on damn near till midnight working on one. And at the end of the day, we had Monday done. That's it. 4 different brains had finally figured out what we think was the ideal Monday, but we had to do 4 more days. And I went home and I did Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just wrote it out, everything I thought we should cover, okay, and left Friday alone. And I wrote it out, printed it out, got there the next day, made copies for everybody. Okay, this is what I say we're going to do Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And I gave it. They all looked at it. And the owner of the company says, okay, now we're down to Friday. Everything is done. No one questioned anything else. I had done all of the work. I wrote it all out. And everything I said we're going to do for those days became the SOP. That's it now. We're not going to debate this no more. That's what we're going to do. Because somebody raised their hand. Someone did the work. I did. I did the work. I did the work. And when I say to you, isn't it time that you tried that thing? It's because you know your game. You know if you did the work or not. You know that you studied to show yourself approved. You know that you have tried and failed and tried again. You know you have picked yourself up when you have fallen down. You have understood that even if it don't all work out great, it's still going to teach you something. It's still going to teach you something, even if it doesn't work out the way you intended. I think there's magic in that thought, Ernest. I think there's magic in that thought about the things that we try that didn't succeed, but we learned from. I think there's some magic in there somewhere. And because of that, you should have confidence going into your next thing. Confidence to give that thing a try. You're not the same person that you were 5 years ago when you tried that business and it didn't work out. You're a different person. You're a different person. And you're a better person. Dr. Beverly, I like it every time you reference this. She says, you better talk, big brother. I want to be your big brother. Why do I want to be Dr. Beverly's big brother? Because I love Dr. Beverly and I want good things for her. I want good things for her. And in any of the places where I can be helpful to her, I want to be helpful to her. I can't be helpful to her in every place of her life, and she don't want me to do that anyway. But if there's any place that I could, I want to. For you too. That's how I live. That's how I roll. That's how my wife rolls. If we can be helpful to the world, we want to be helpful. You know, and there's a blessing on that, and sometimes it's a curse, but not really a curse. Sometimes it puts us in positions, Keturah, where we're doing a lot, and sometimes we're doing too much because we want to be helpful. But we do want to be helpful. We recognize that God has blessed us. God has blessed us tremendously, and we want to thank God by giving back with our services, with what He's given us. Good morning, Auntie Nobi. How's my sister doing? Ernest James Usher says, I agree, sir, with an exclamation point. Just finished talking to about 2 owners of 2 different restaurants, medication and operations, and they trust my word for their restaurant, for business and marketing for these deployed locations. Our track record matters. Sir, you are on it today. Hallelujah. And I'm grateful for you to say that I'm on it. I'm telling you, man, it's a comfort zone doing this show with Lisa because we play off each other. Oh, Keturah, are you still here? If you're still here, Keturah, say you're still here. I hope Keturah is still here, particularly Keturah. Dr. Beverly, I hope you're here too. But I got a stat for you, a number for you. And I figured this out yesterday. Today, 2975. Today marks 2,975 days. Today is day number 2,975 days that I have been in couplehood living with Lisa. I sent it to her yesterday. Yesterday was 2974, but today is day 2,974th time that I've seen her naked, that I've slept with her. How about that? 2,975 days with the same beautiful woman in my bed. Ho! That's what today is. I used an AI tool and asked them, and they broke it all down. Couture says, that's so awesome, bro. Isn't it awesome to know that number? I'm not going to keep remembering the number, but I was playing with it yesterday. I thought that was pretty cool. Ernest says, oh, Lord, Lisa, he loose again. Oh, Couture says, I need to calculate hours. Yes, Couture. Now, I calculated from the day we first started living together, not dating. But you can do yours however you want to. But the first time that we're living from this moment on, we're living together. That's what I calculated. Oh my gosh, you're going to have a huge number. Couture says we are celebrating our 12th anniversary on the 22nd. How about that? The 22nd of December. That is soon. 12-year anniversary on the 22nd of December. That's significant. Congratulations to you both. And I'm hoping you find a way to celebrate it. However you guys choose to celebrate it. But I want you to celebrate however you do it, okay? And if we could be supportive of it, we want to. But that's significant. 12 years, a dozen years, married to Tarnez. Tarnez married to Couture. Whoop, whoop. Our doppelgangers. We say that because Couture looks like she could be Lisa's sister, blood sister. They look like they could be blood sisters in the face. And Tarnez and I look like we could be blood brothers. Testament to the fact that so many people mistake me for him at one time or another. Lady Ann, I'm so happy that you came in. I said this earlier, and I'm going to say it again. Lady Ann's in the room. Priscilla Wallace on the screen. She preached a sermon yesterday. And I told you guys, I grew up in church. I've heard thousands of sermons, literally. And the sermon she gave yesterday, I mean, she's a smart woman, but she ain't that smart. She's an anointed woman, but she ain't that anointed. God spoke through her in an amazing message. And I knew it was one of the best sermons I ever heard. And I knew it was an awesome sermon as it was going on. My spirit was like, this is awesome. What she's delivering is like, it came over my, like, and through here, you are hearing some really, really good word, Brian. And she brought it with boldness and conviction. And it was like, oh, wow. Oh, wow. And she is a teacher, Couture. And I've heard her preach before, but not like this. I've heard her teach before. I've heard her speak before. But this one was on another level. Oh, my gosh, she brought the word yesterday. Y'all heard the story before about walking around the city of Jericho. Y'all heard the story about blowing the trumpets. Y'all heard the story about the shout and the walls came tumbling down. But you ain't never heard it like this. You ain't heard it like this. Man, that was amazing. That made my day. It made my day. Because I like good preaching. Okay. Now, Lisa is my favorite preacher. My wife. She's my favorite. Okay, I like a lot of preachers, but I like my wife the best. Thank you for allowing yourself to be used by God yesterday, Lady Ann. That's what had to happen. Couture says, I hope it was recorded. I'm not sure it was because what I saw was Lisa had a snippet on her cell phone and she posted that. But the whole thing with the video and all that, I don't remember seeing the camera for that. But it was one for the, put it this way. If the average American knows 600 people, okay, the people in that room, there was enough people in that room to share that word. There was enough people in the room to tell of the good news. There was enough. Jesus did it with 12. Okay, we have more than 12 people in the room. Priscilla Wallace, Lady Ann says, oh my, I'm not even giving it justice. That's how awesome it was. That's how awesome it was. It was amazing. So, Couture, we've seen you in our building before in that same place. Lady Ann says, you were used by God too. Yeah. But you were the impetus. You were the catalyst. You freed up the room so that everyone could throw their hands up and shed a tear. You know, you gave us the freedom to do that. if your word wasn't what it was, I couldn't have been what I was either. I said something afterwards, okay? She said it wasn't recorded. But that's okay. That's okay. We don't have to bemoan that. That's okay. I heard it. And other people heard it too. And you delivered it. Okay. So that word was for the ones who got it when they got it. Okay. That's what it was for. So many great speakers say stuff like after the great talk, someone will come up and says, man, I wish my husband was here because he was the one that really needed to hear this. Or I wish my wife had heard what you said because she really needs this word. Or I wish my coworkers was here because they really need it. No, you needed it. You were there because you needed that word. That's what it was. It ain't that, okay? It ain't that. And frankly, I'm not sure the recording could have did it justice. It's like trying to tell somebody about a great concert versus going to the concert. You could watch the whole thing on a recording, but when you're there, it's an element of electricity that happens that you can't duplicate in a recorded device. You can't get that energy and that electricity and the warmth that comes off of somebody else's body when you're hugging somebody or touching somebody or holding someone's hand or getting close. I sit front row center, okay? So I get the word first over anybody else. It has to get past me to get to the second row, to the third row, to the back rows. But I'm up front first with it. So I got the full brunt. I was the closest one to the fire. I'm closest to the fire. That's what happens. I've said it for a lot of years. The people in the front of the church have a different worship experience than the people in the back of the church. They're all in the same building. They're all going to get the same word, and they're all going to get something good. They're all going to get something good. The ones in the back not going to get bad. They're going to get good too. But the ones closest to the fire, come on, man, you get the most warmth. You get the heat. And I'm up front with it, okay, because I want to be close to the fire. My pretty wife was right next to me. We right up front. That's what we do. Even when Lisa and I go to seminars, we sit closest to the front we can. When Dr. George Frazier came to Charlotte, and he spoke to the left of the lectern. His lectern was off to the left of the platform. And I was in that first seat right there in front of him. Lisa was to the next. No one else in the whole building was closer to him than us. We got right up there front because we came there for a reason. We wasn't there for the sport of being there. We wasn't there just to be there. If we put on our clothes and drive to the place, we want to get something out of it. We're not just giving, we're investing. We want to get a return on our investment of energy, our investment of time, our investment of whatever we had with us. Lady Ann says, that is so true. Yes, it is. So today's topic, and y'all going to have to help me when it comes to these greeting songs. I've done it before without Lisa. It's always hard to do without her here, man. But I'm going to help me with it, please. But today's topic, isn't it time for you to finally do that thing? Isn't it time? And I was highlighting how you should respect and honor the fact of all the things that you tried in the past that didn't work out before. You have learned from those things, and you're a different person today. You're not the same person you was that tried in the past and didn't succeed. You're smarter now. You're wiser now. You're more experienced now. Try it again. Do that thing. Do that thing. You've gotten better. It's time for you to do that thing again. I was celebrating my weekend. I was celebrating that. And also I did highlight something that I had never done before. I had never been to a leadership retreat for church leaders. I had never done it before, and it was worth it there. Lady Ann said, that's so true. Katura says, I have a different take on that. Someone could be scrolling through YouTube needing to hear from God, and bam, that message reaches them in the nick of time. God will use us in advance for a later purpose. Katura, you're absolutely right. And it happened to me just this morning. The YouTube video that set my fire this morning that made me rush in and talk to my pretty wife again this morning was Jim Rome's act as if it's going to be okay. Act as if it's going to be okay. And this is not passive, not I'm just going to wait, everything's going to be all right. No. If you act as if you know it's going, like what would you try if you knew you couldn't fail? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? That's what he was trying to say. It causes you to make better decisions. It causes you to try with more enthusiasm because you know it's going to work out. If you go into a project thinking, I hope this work out, or it might not work out, or I'm going to see what happens. That's a different vibe when I'm going into this project and I know it's going to work out. I know it's going to be good. Go at your life as if you know it's going to work out. That's a proactive approach. Happened to me this morning, listening to Jim Rome, Couture. Lady Ann Priscilla Wallace says, I will post that. The one closest to the fire gets the warmth. I mean, if the fire is big enough, everybody's gonna get some of the warmth, but the people closest, they go get it first. You know, there's an adage. You know, the early bird gets the worm, right? That's true. Or you don't have to be first, but if you're not closest, if you're not early, you get what's left. That's what happens. That's why Black Friday sales, some people try so hard to be before cyber took over. They tried so hard to be the first one in the store. Okay, the first one in the store get the first chance at it. Okay. No, I don't really like the idea of camping out and all that. I don't like the idea of rushing the store like that. I don't like it. I don't like how it looks to me. It just vexes my spirit a day after we give thanks for whatever we have and then we spend to excess. I don't like that. But the people who don't rush the door, they got what was left over. They got what's left. And I'm okay with that. Lady Ann says, KT, the word works and it reaches. Amen. Couture says, especially if Uncle Gus builds the fire. Now that's a fire. That's a fire. Look at that. Look at that. Roll Charlie around. He'll be all right. I need you to go over there and chop down half a tree. Get that lighter fluid out of here. I can't use that. Go give me some gasoline out the shed. Uncle Gus. You got to be old enough to know who Uncle Gus is. Uncle Gus is the uncle that likes to work the grill, no matter whose house it is. You're here for that grill. You don't know about no grill. Uncle Gus will make a fire. Okay, Couture says, now that's a fire. That's right. Lena Janelle said, Lena Janelle, baby, how you been? She goes, good morning, all. Hey, Brian, where's Dr. Lisa? Dr. Lisa is doing a loving daughter-in-law duty. She took my mother to the doctors today. I'm late. I'm getting to the greeting songs. I got to get to it. Priscilla Wallace says, what are your thoughts about the retreat? I thought it was amazing, and it was new to me. I'm grateful that we had someone there to do leadership training for the leaders of church. It does a lot of things. First off, it shows that the leader is willing to invest in the leadership. Okay. They were willing to bring in someone to do some training. Plus, it helps us to get together. This is a longer talk than I have right now, Lady Ann, but I thought it was great. Okay. Couture says, I knew you would get that, Brian. That's right. Couture said, I knew you would get that. Lena Janelle says, all blessings to them both. Priscilla Wallace, I'm not even sure we can be friends now if you ain't never heard about Uncle Gus. I'm not even sure I can roll with you no more. It's Eddie Murphy, the uncle that works the grill. You got to research it and watch it. All right. Help a brother out. I'm going to take it from the top today. This show here, one of the things we do is we say thank you for contributing to the show. And the consistent contributors get a greeting song or a greeting logo. What's a contributor? Someone who says something in the comment section that we can read. Uzama was up first today. I'm not going to give you the shoulder shrug, shoulder shake, but I'm going to do the song. Uzama Ra has earned a greeting song when it goes, Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, Bitcoin King, he's the Bitcoin King. Uzama, that's his greeting song. Miss Phyllis has one too. Miss Phyllis is here. So clear the way. Miss Phyllis is here. And we can all have a great day. Good morning to Miss Phyllis. Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning to Dr. Beverly, and good morning to you and the rest of your crew. Good morning to you, Dr. Beverly. Couture Green has a jam, too. Couture Green song goes, back to life, back to Couture Green. However do you want it? However do you need it? That's Couture Green's jam right there. Ernest James Usher has one too. And it goes, if you need web designing or some digital marketing, don't call me. Call Ernest James Usher. Ernest James Usher. Avenue Surgical Instruments is Antinobi Evans. She's got a song too. This is one that we all can participate in. Put on your Nigerian voice. Sit up straight into your chair. Take a lot of air into your body and say, thank you, Antinobi. Good morning, Antinobi. Priscilla Wallace, Lady Ann, she's got a jam too. Love my sister Priscilla. Illa, a. Love my sister Priscilla. Illa, a. That's her jam right there. All right, let's see. I'm working it out, y'all. I'm working it out. Lena Janelle, baby, but gets high off her art. Don't know how to behave. Ooh. That's Lena Janelle's jam. Lena Janelle had an event this past weekend where she did caricatures at some event, and I saw the pictures, and I always love to see, Lena, when you go to events and you take the pictures and you take pictures of people with your caricatures, it always looks like a fun time to me. Usama is a nice guy. He goes, even without the shoulder work, I appreciate you, bro. That's Lisa's thing. I can't even do it. I ain't even gonna try to front. So again, I'm excited about today. I hope you are too. I am excited about tonight. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm doing a live webinar with my peeps, all the people that have had a connection with me. They've either been to my stuff before, or been my clients before, or touched me some way, or been to my workshops before, or gotten some of my stuff over the past couple of years. All of those folks, we're gonna gather tonight, and we're gonna network together. I'm gonna do a training as well about selling your way through the holidays. So I'm looking forward to tonight at 8 o'clock. We got a great response to it, so it's gonna be fun. If you happen to have an organic touch of me and you want to be there tonight and you haven't gotten your information, because it's not public, just reach out to your boy. I'll give it to you. Lena, you're welcome. Lady Ann, you're welcome if you want to take part in that. At the leadership retreat, I got a chance to do leader communications exercise. And Pastor asked me to do a team building thing, but I didn't want to be corny, but I wanted to be effective. But I think one of the central skills of being a leader is the ability to communicate clearly. So I did a communication skills exercise with them, and I hope it came across well. But I had fun with it either way. Tomorrow, Pretty Lisa will be here. Thank you guys for your grace with me today, your patience with me today. Thank you for contributing to the comment section today. I needed your help. I needed your energy. God bless you. I want you to have an amazing day today. Give today. What if you gave today all the love you had? What if you operated more gratefully today? What if you recognize that anything that comes your way today is designed to do you some good? Go about it that way today. Have a beautiful day. God bless you. Peace.